Hello, everybody, and almost Happy New Year. So I just wanted to come in and say hello. It's been a few days since I have gone live and greeted anyone for work. And one of the reasons why that is because I feel like everyone is just kind of off the radar. Everything is screwy-looey with schedules right now. There's not a lot of activity in groups. There's not a lot of activity on pages. And, I've been busy myself. So I just wanted to come in and say Happy New Year. Tomorrow is the 31st. I'm going to be working a little bit, but for the most part, taking the day off. But also wanted to say that I'm not a person who's ever really invested in the start the new year right. And, it's a new year, so we should think differently. I feel like every single day and every single moment is an opportunity to start new and to think new and to change our attitude and to a different direction. And so for 2019, I'm happy to see 2019 close out and be done. It's been a very difficult year. Hi, Aaron and Dawn. Hi, you guys. And I'm not really able to look down. I'm driving my dog to the vet. But I can tell you this much. I have one more day of 2019. And if I get sucker punched one more time by one thing for 2019, I don't know. It's become a laughable year. I'm heading to the vet with my dog, who was diagnosed with a eventual fatal diagnosis of laryngeal paralysis just about 4 or 5 days ago. It's another reason I've kind of been off the radar here. As I'm taking care of my family, I'm taking care of my animals. But this has been an interesting year. And when I say challenges or obstacles, I really have to follow up by saying opportunities for growth for every single thing that's happened. And so when I say that I don't necessarily celebrate a new year and a new beginning, I've had to adopt over this past year that every moment that I come through something really hard is a new opportunity for me. And as hard as it has been, and it has as low as I've been in 2019 at some really extreme traumatic situations, I always have felt this moment, even in the worst of the moment, like neck deep in taxes, neck deep in divorce papers, and having a virus and all of that at one time. I still had this feeling inside of me, okay, this sucks, but you know what? It's a moment to look at and see what can I pull out of this that can be an opportunity for me. How can I change my attitude or my outlook on this one particular moment? Even through the tears and the frustrations, you guys, I have always had something inside of me that says, there's something bigger than this. There's a bigger opportunity than this. Life is here for you, right? So as we move into 2020, it's just a different year. It's just a different number. It's not like, we get a complete do-over. We get a do-over every single second of our lives, every single minute of our lives. But the first step to getting that do-over, no matter what's happening to you, is to be present in it. So I'll share one more example, and then I'll let you guys get back to your end of year celebration. Sometimes people start early. I don't do anything. We usually stay in and cook some dinner and are asleep before 11 o'clock. But this is just an example. I've got my dog. You might even hear him in the back. He sounds like a whistle. His airway is closing up. The laryngeal paralysis is where the airway, there's nerve damage to the airway, and they're no longer able to breathe normally. And it's an eventual progressive disease that they eventually suffocate from. It's awful. When I got the diagnosis last week, I cried all the way home from the vet. And the interesting thing was that my son, who, he's 15 now, sat in the back seat, and he was petting him, and he said, "Mom, he's here now. Let him be who he is." And I thought, God dang, you know what? You're right. Like, why am I sitting here projecting into the future about how horrible things are going to be when in this moment he is with us? Let's enjoy that, right? So if we can look at things that way, become present in the moment that we're in with whatever's happening, see it for what it is exactly without putting a story on it, we can really reduce the stress in our lives and move into the new year with a new attitude. But we can also move into new moments, new seconds, new hours every single day, no matter what's happening. So I'm an animal lover. I've been an animal welfare rescuer and advocate for over 25 years. And it's devastating to me when something like this happens. But in this moment, I get to spend time with my guy. I'm taking him to the vet. I'm taking it minute by minute. I'm living in this present moment with him. And that is how I plan to continue to live my life as much as possible. So You guys have an amazing end to 2019, an amazing beginning to 2020. But most of all, have an amazing moment every moment that you're living your life today, and try to pull whatever you can out of everything that's handed to you, no matter how challenging or hard it may seem. Okay? All right, I'm turning into the parking lot. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up now while I'm stopped. Have a fantastic night and Happy New Year tomorrow, and I'll see you guys soon.